Suicide. It's something everyone has a hard time talking about because it feels like no one wants to listen. It's heavy, it's scary, it's painful. And if the response you get is, "That really sucks," there's no reason you should feel that way. Or, "Look on the bright side." You may feel even more disconnected and isolated than before.
So as the president, I have been fortunate enough to help plan the 6th annual Walk of Hope here at Western. I know there's a lot of strong emotions associated with this event, and it can bring up a lot of memories for those of us who have lost someone to suicide. To speak on a personal level, when I was 13 years old, I lost my eldest sister to suicide. Each of us here tonight has been affected by suicide in some way. We are here to prove that there is always hope, and that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how dark it might seem. I would like to take a few moments to do our honor beads ceremony. If you are wearing red beads, signifying the loss of a partner or spouse, we ask that you now hold these and we take a moment of silence. If you are wearing gold beads, signifying the loss of a parent, we ask that you hold them up and we take a moment of silence. If you have purple beads, signifying the loss of a relative and or friend, we ask that you hold these now and then we take a moment of silence. If you have your blue beads, you're here for support. Let's take a moment of silence.
The Counseling Center is on the 5th floor of Old Main. They offer free and confidential services to Western Washington University students from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You are able to call a counselor at any time. The Counseling Center also offers groups and drop-in workshops, but we also offer an online training to help you start a courageous conversation with a friend who you may be concerned about and how to reference them to appropriate services on campus. I'd also like to recognize that these are stories that are very personal, and we want to listen respectfully to each one of the speakers here tonight. I would like to introduce Ian McDaniel, who's our first speaker for this evening.
So my name is Ian McDaniel. I've tried to commit suicide 3 times, all at different points in my life. I know how it feels, and I'm sure you know how it feels, and my point isn't to tell you. My point is to try and help those who want to help their loved ones, their friends, maybe someone they just know in class. Because a lot of the times, from what I experienced from the time I was a kid to now, is that a lot of people have the best intentions, but maybe not the best strategies. Advice and emotion are the worst thing you can do for us. For me, you just need to go do yoga, go for a run. You just look on the bright side. When you're there is no bright side. I wanted to be a human being, a normal person, someone who didn't have to think about being sad, how I felt empty, maybe I was having a horrible day for no reason. I wanted people to just treat me normally. Like, let's go out and have lunch through the art. We don't even have to talk. That's one of the best things I found is when my friends would just sit and listen to me. It was amazing. Positive emotion is one of the best things you can have around someone. You don't have to be all bubbly and giddy and all that, but you just should just be like, hey, what do you want to do today? How are you feeling? Set up a number scale, 1 to 10. Say, hey, are you at a 6 today? What's that mean? And then maybe you talk about it, maybe you don't. But that way you know where they're at. I know you have an estimation of how I'm feeling without me having to go in depth all the time. The number scale is a beautiful thing.